What is good people? You are now listening to another episode of Since We Last Spoke with Danny Foxworth. I am your humble narrator, Danny Foxworth, and this episode is part 2 of my childhood story series. I'll do four stories for y'all, and I'm gonna start with the first one. It was the first day of school and getting ragged for my outfit. So, you know how like most students, the night before your first day of school, you know, you got your outfit laid out on the bed and you're like, man, you're just walking around the bed looking at it, and you go do something else and you come back and you just look at the outfit laying draped out on the bed again, thinking, man, you're just doing the Birdman hand rub, like, yeah, I'm a stun on him when I show up to school tomorrow. So this was 94. I was a incoming freshman at Berkeley High School. And during the summer, I was helping my granddaddy, help him clean up at his church. And then I was also had a summer job at the summer feed. There's a summer feeding program it was a Tri-County area thing. And I was just stacking up my bread for that whole summer, getting my school outfits together. So I had started from the top, outfit from the top to bottom. I had a Kango hat. I had a bum equipment t-shirt. I had the flannel vest. I had duck head shorts. And I had a pair of high-tech boots. And I'm thinking I'm going to stunt on these fools. So next day of school, I see all my friends that I hadn't seen for the whole summer. We dapping each other up. We checking each other's outfits out and stuff. I'm like, all right. I see what you're doing. I mean, these cats were stunting, man. I mean, they had their outfits crispy, nice jerseys, having the King Griffeys and the Diamond Turfs, the Deion Sanders shoes. I'm like, man, yeah, your outfit, you're killing them with the outfit. And I started noticing throughout the day, I wasn't getting a whole lot of compliments on my outfits, and I started feeling away. And so fast forward to the last period of the day, which was gym class. So everybody else has changed into their gym clothes and they're out on the basketball court. I'm the last person to walk into the locker room. It was me, and God rest his soul, Antonio Simmons was sitting at the locker room right across from me. So he's finishing putting on his outfit, and I'm walking in, I'm like, yo, Antonio, what up? And I'm trying to get his attention. So he looks up, and I'm just like, just giving him a look like, I know you know my outfit is fire. And man, he looked up, he sized up my outfit again, backwards Kango hat, flannel shirt, flannel vest, bum equipment shirt, duck head shorts, and high-tech boots. And he scanned my outfit and he just smirked. He said, nigga, you look like Aaron Neville with that shit on. Buddy, I was hot. And he just got up and laughed and went out to the basketball courts. So I'm in the locker room by myself, and I am seething. I mean, like tea kettle hot. And once I switch into I went to the bathroom before I changed clothes, and I looked at my outfit in the mirror while I'm at the sink after I got through washing my hands, and I just shook my head. It was like the Alonzo Mourning meme, like shook my head and then had the realization, you know what? He was absolutely right. I was mad, but the man was dead right about my outfit. I did look like Aaron Neville, and I never wore that outfit ever again. Man, I miss that dude, but yeah, it's good to have checks and balances. So, second story, I entered a dance contest back in 0203. There used to be a basketball team in my neck of the woods called the Charleston Low Gators. And I used to go to all of their games. I used to sit behind the visitors bench. But this one night I went it was a Saturday night, and it was 70s night. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching the game, enjoying myself. And midway through the second quarter, somebody from the Low Gators approaches me while I'm on the concourse making my snack run. And she's like, would you want to enter a dance contest? I'm like, sure, why not? So she was like, just fill out this paperwork, and then after this next time out, we'll go out on the court. It'll be you and 2 other people. I'm like, all right, cool. So timeout comes. The three contestants, we all go out on the center court, and the objective is do a 70s. It's a 70s themed dance contest. So each contestant would have like 20 seconds to do their dance, and then after the three contestants do their dances, then the crowd determines the winner. So unfortunately for me, I was the third contestant, and being an 80s baby, my scope in terms, my repertoire of 70 dances is very limited. All I knew was the diagonal, repeat the point to the sky, back to the ground, point to the sky, back into the ground with your hand in the diagonal form, for those who aren't watching on video. And then the only other 70s dance I knew besides that was the bump. So contestant number one, they're throwing Casey and the Sunshine Band. That's the way, and he's doing he's doing the arm point. I was like, man, all right. Second contestant better not do the bump or I'm in trouble. Second contestant, they play Disco Inferno. She's doing the bump with one of the cheerleaders. I'm like, you gotta be joking me. The hell am I do now? So then it was barbecue and mildew. Next contestant, Danny Foxworth. They throw on September by Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I started bankhead bouncing and doing the Roger Rabbit. That's all I had. Did that that was the longest damn 20 seconds of my life. I'm sitting there, I'm sweating while I'm dancing. So 20 minutes, 20 seconds are up for each contestant. And then MC's like, so who's our winner? Is it contestant number one? Is it contestant number two? Is it contestant number three? And they booed the shit out of me. Oh boy. In hindsight, I probably should have never signed up for that, because I should have known it was going to be a 70s themed dance contest, being that it was 70s night. But I took a risk, and this is like 2 straight stories where I took a risk and it just backfired. But you know what? Sometimes it's good to find the fun in failure. But bright side of it was, even though I lost the contest, I got to sit courtside for the remainder of the game. So even when I lost, I still won. So water under the bridge. Third story. The worst Christmas present I ever received in my entire life. So if you knew me back in the mid to late 90s, you know that I was an extremely diehard fan of the Seattle Supersonics. And so this particular year, I want to say it might have been 99 or it was maybe 2000. Sonics were going to start wearing new uniforms. So the uniforms that they were wearing that were getting marked down half off, they were the uniforms that they wore during the 96 finals run. And they were the authentic joints, the authentic customized joints from the NBA League apparel website. So I told my mom about it. She was like, yeah, go ahead. Just place the order and it's your early Christmas present. I was like, yes, thank you. So I ordered a Sonics jersey, size extra large, have Foxworth on the back, number 77. I mean, it was official tissue. It was all embroidered and everything. Now I'm like, hit send. Mom gave me a credit card. I hit send. And I'm like, thank you. She was like, Merry Christmas. So about 4 weeks later, I get an email saying that my uniform had shipped. And oh man, I was like, let's go. So then fast forward to 4 weeks later, package shows up on the front porch, on the front porch. So then I'm like, yes, had my name on it, said the address on the sticker said NBA store. I run straight to my room. So I get in my room, take a knife, cut the box open, tear all the paper out of it, lift the jersey up, and it is a size large Cleveland Cavaliers Trajan Langdon jersey. with a note attached that said, "Merry Christmas, love Grandma and Grandpa." I was hot as hell. Number one, I never refer to my grandparents as Grandma and Grandpa. Oh boy, just the fact that somebody out there has my jersey, and it just got lost in the sauce. I'll never see that jersey ever again. And knowing that somebody out there has it is just in the back of my mind. It still messes with me. And so I took the Trajan Langdon jersey, shipped it back to the NBA store. Luckily, they were kind enough to refund my money, but still, I'm out of a jersey, and I'm never going to see it again. And the final story, I posted a picture on my IG of me holding a bottle of Manischewitz, and I was at my grandmother's house, and there was an old bottle of hers. And I was like, you know what? I'll retell the story. So this is the first time that I got drunk ever in life. So I was like 11 or 12 years old, and I was in the Boy Scouts at the time. And while we would always have our scout meetings at this church called the Episcopal Church of the Holy Family in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. Shout out Troop 744. And once a year, we would spend a weekend and camp out at the church grounds. So we would set up our tents on Friday, camp out Saturday, and then Sunday we would pack all our stuff up, and then we would attend the church service at the Episcopal Church of the Holy Family. So that Saturday night, this might have been maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. So me and my tent mate Josh, we unzip our tents and we sneak off, and we run behind the church, and we noticed that the back door for the church kitchen was still open. So we snuck into the church kitchen, and we're just opening all the cabinets, and we're just rummaging through everything. And I noticed this big bottle of Manischewitz that I know my mom used to keep a bottle of Manischewitz. I don't think, excuse me. She gave me like a tiny sip of it back when I was a little kid. But as soon as I saw that bottle, I knew exactly what it tasted like, and I was like, yeah, I want to try some more of this. Just being a mischievous kid. And so we found that, and then the next cabinet over was a big ass bottle of communion or a big ass container of communion wafers. So I'm like, hey Josh, and we could do this just like we do at my church. Oh, and this is real wine. And let's drink this up. Now everybody sleep. So we unscrewed a bottle of Manischewitz, and he and I pretty much drank the entire bottle of Manischewitz. Like I drank half and he drank half. And then we started tearing up all the communion wafers. And next thing you know, about an hour later, we are literally wobbling back to our tents. I don't know how in the world everybody else stayed sleeping through our commotion in terms of getting back to the tent. But man, we crashed. Now we woke up the next morning, and I had the worst headache known to man. It was a struggle trying to put my tent and just trying to take my tent down. Which was worse was the fact that the bad thing was, like I said, once we took our tents down and rolled our sleeping bags up, we still have to attend this church service. And we're sitting in like the two front pews. And that whole church service, my head is just throbbing. I'm so hungover. 11 years old. And I know them church ladies sitting next to me. I know they could smell that Manischewitz on me. And subsequently, that following week, I quit the Boy Scouts because I didn't want to explain myself. And I figured this was my escape pod. So I was like, yeah. I told Dad, yeah, I don't want to be a Boy Scouts no more. I'm going to go over here. I want to talk to these girls. Not unbeknownst to him that he didn't know that The real reason why I quit is because I didn't want to have to do any explaining as to why the bottle of Manischewitz just suddenly became empty. And it was my doing. But yeah, looking back on that, boy, I tell you, it's a wonder that things didn't turn out worse than what they were, because, good God, I did some dumb shit as a kid. Oh, man, but that was my childhood stories episode part 2. Thank you for listening. Make sure you like, download, and subscribe to Since We Last Spoke. Thank you again, and I will talk to y'all next time. Y'all be good.